view Electronic Arts like the company that makes ramen noodles. Their games, like the ramen, cheap to make, quick to make, but in the end, completely worthless and has no substance whatsoever.
Do I really need to tell you guys why Electronic Arts is an evil company? I would think that their sports games do that for me. For a top dollar price, you get the same sports game you bought last year, with minor changes. Some really minor. The games themselves hold no value, and for some reason we still buy into it every fucking year. And that's not all. They practically have a monopoly on licensing. Since 2005, at least, EA has had exclusive licensing rights to not only the NFL license, but the player's license too. Exclusive, meaning no one else can use these rights. Exclusive, meaning no good remake of Tecmo Bowl. Exclusive, meaning they don't have to try and make a good game as long as it's the only game that football recognizes. Still not enough? Let me take you back to the 80s and 90s, when it was all about Nintendo and Sega. Game companies could only release a handful of games a year, and on top of that, had to pay the console company a certain percentage of their games' earnings. Enter two rebels of the game industry, Atari Games and EA. Atari Games, known on Nintendo games as Tengen, officially releases 3 to 5 games on the NES. Then by finding a way around the 10NES lockout chip, they release a whole bunch of unlicensed games. This eventually escalated to a lawsuit over the rights over, of all things, Tetris. Electronic Arts did something similar to Sega a few years later, but took the dick-headed decisionness a bit further. They found a way to manufacture their own Genesis cartridge for the system, and at the last minute, cornered Sega with an ultimatum. We make games for you, as many as we want, and you get much less for every game we sell, or we sell our exploits to other companies and you get nothing. Talk about blackmail! If Sega had common sense, they could have immediately responded with a well-deserved lawsuit. Hell, I say they should still do it. Hell, they admitted to it on an issue of Game Informer. I really hate this company. Sure, they publish some games I like, but to me, they're the Antichrist of the video game industry that sucks the life out of each and every one of us, gives us false hope, and will truly give us nothing but terror and anguish in the future. Until next time, folks.
I did mention that whoever, answered that question in one of my previous videos would get a good shout out and honorable mentions. Well, just for you, the next episode of Pissed Off will be your suggestion. Completely. Just let me know what you want to do, and I will try to find something to make it as an episode. So, whatever you think I can make into a good episode, just let me know, and I will do my best to make it. So, in fact, if you have any suggestions and any input on this topic that you'll be suggesting, or well, not suggesting, you will be giving me the topic. The next topic that I do, the next episode, will be based on your input, and I would like to hear what you think about it as well. So, that's all I have to say.